Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, April 15th, and today we're going to be working on adding and subtracting radical expressions. You see your supplies at the top, your 3 success criterias, and what we are going to be doing today. So go ahead and get those supplies. Okay, here we go. So here's your meme of the day. Haven't picked C in a while. So the good thing about not being at school and just doing this online is that you don't have any big tests. So that's super fun. Make sure you're sending me those memes still. All right, so here is some examples on page 304. You're welcome to read through these by yourself. I crossed out the cube root one because we're not focused on that right now. All right, I'm not going to talk you through these examples. You can read through that yourself, but I am going to do some on the next page here. So we're going to work on the try these A on page 304. So we are adding for A. Okay, so it's very easy with these radicals. If they have the same number underneath the radical, then you can just add them together. So you have 2 square roots of 7. You have 3 square roots of 7. So that's 5 square roots of 7 plus that 2/3 on the outside you can't do anything with. All right, so for part B here, we have a 6 underneath the radical here. And we have a negative square root of 6 here. So when those are like terms, we can combine those because they both have a 6 underneath the radical. 5 minus 1 is 4 square root of 6. And then we also have some more like terms. We have the square root of 5 and square root of 5 with a 2 and a 7 in front. So we can just add those together, giving us a total of 9 square roots of 5. And that's your answer. So again, pretty simple. All right, now C's gotten a little bit more challenging. So this square root of 8, we're able to pull a perfect square root out of that one. So we need to go ahead and do that before we can actually do anything else with this problem. So we have 2 plus 2 square root of 2 plus the square root of 4 times 2 plus 3 square root of 2. All right, I also know that I can rewrite 4 times 2 under the radical as the square root of 4 is 2 times the square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2. Now I have tons of like terms that I can combine here. Okay, so I have 2 of them, and 3 of them. So that equals 7 square root of 2. And then we have that plus 2 on the outside. It can go over here too if you want it. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Again, pause, rewind if I'm going too fast. Okay. So now we're going to do some problems on 306 under the check for understanding. Okay, so it would be wise of you to try these on your own and then pause this, try it on your own, and then come back and see if you did it correctly. So this square root of 12, I know that I can pull the perfect square root of 4 out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this problem as 8 square root of 3 minus square root of 4 times 3, because that's how I get 12, plus 3 square root of 3. So again, I'm going to rewrite this. And I know that the square root of 4 is 2 times the square root of 3. That one stays there. Plus 3 square root of 3. Now I have a whole bunch of common numbers underneath the radical. So I can just add them all together. So 8 minus 2 is 6. Plus 3 is going to give us our 9 square root of 3 as our answer. Okay, moving on to check for understanding for B. Okay, so none of these have the same number underneath the radical, so we don't have any like terms, but we do want to simplify this. So as you know, we can rewrite these radicals. So 18 can be written as the square root of 9 times 2. That gives us 18, and 9 is a perfect square. Plus the square root of 4 times 2, 4 being our perfect square, plus the square root of 16 times 2, 16 being our perfect square. So all of these radicals are the same as this is 3 radical 2 plus 2 radical 2 plus 4 radical 2, 4. And then since they all have the same number underneath the radical, we can add these together. So we have 3 of them plus 2 of them plus 4 of them, giving us 9 square root of 2. Okay. We're still doing some check for understanding. So we're going to start with 6a and then we'll do 6b. So 6a is a little bit different. Okay. So it's actually easier. So as you can see, these, like I've been saying, number underneath the radical are the same. So we can add these together, combine the like terms, leaving us with 8 square root of 9. But we all know that 9 is a perfect square. So this is actually 8 times 3, which leaves us with a real nice number of 24. So it's a little bit different than the others, but nothing too challenging. Again here, 10 underneath the radical, 10 underneath the radical. They're like terms. We can combine them, giving us 8 square root of 10. There's not a perfect square in 10 that I can pull out, so that is just our answer. Okay, I have one more problem for you today. It's on page 306, and it's talking about a kite and finding the perimeter. So to find perimeter, we have to add up all the sides, which you all should know very well by now. So let's write our expression, square root of 8 plus square root of 8 plus 6 square root of 2 plus 6 square root of 2. Okay, so we know that the square root of 8 can be rewritten, okay, to make the number underneath the radical smaller. So we have square root of 4 times 2 plus square root of 4 times 2 plus square root of, or 6 square root of 2 plus 6 square root of 2. Square root of 4 times 2 can be written as 2 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 2 plus 6 square root of 2 plus 6 square root of 2. And as we've said many times throughout this lesson, the number underneath the radical is the same for all of these, so I can literally add it together and I get 16 square root of 2. All right, so you have now watched the video over this and taken notes in your Springboard book. Here is some additional videos for you to watch. You need to watch them before you start your IXL lesson. And then you have one IXL lesson, okay? Complete that to 80% or higher. I am available from 8 to 3 p.m. every day, but if you need me after that, just shoot me a message and I'll help you out. No problem. All right, you guys have really been rocking and rolling this week. Keep it up. Miss you guys. Love you. Let me know if you need me. Bye.